guys, my name is Carlos Bedoya, and today we're going to be discussing the general technique for the right hand. So the very first thing that we're going to talk about is the names for the fingers. So for the right hand we have letters. We have P for the thumb, I for the index, M for the middle, and A for the ring finger. Since we don't often use the pinky, it doesn't have a name, but if you want to name it, some books name it C. So now let's talk about the general position. This is a review from our previous video. Very quickly, remember that I like to start from a position of reaching, because when I reach high, my wrist is straight and relaxed, and then I like to create a C, or maybe you can pretend you're going to pick up a suitcase. So basically this general position, and then from this position we're going to place our fingers on the strings without touching the guitar. So place those fingers on the strings and then rest your arm on the guitar. This is going to give you the most natural placement for your arm and fingers on the strings. A general thing that I would like you to think about is that there is a natural curvature that happens to the wrist, the joints, and the muscles. So when the hand is completely relaxed at rest, this natural curvature occurs. So I don't want us to play with an extended wrist or extended joints, or flex wrist or extended joints, or flex joints. So it's more or less when at rest they are in a mid-range curved position. So as much as possible we should try to maintain this natural curvature so that we can stay in a relaxed state. An important concept to remember for the right hand is that of prepared positions. This is a concept that I learned and read from a book made by the Cuban guitarist Marco Tamayo, whom I admire a lot. You should check him out, he's incredible. So he talks about how the right hand moves in prepared positions. So let's talk about the first one, prepared position number 1. The thumb, it is occupied with the 4th string, and then the index on the 3rd, middle on the 2nd, and ring finger on the 1st string. When we are in this position, we can call it prepared position number 1. Prepared position number 2 would be where the thumb is on the 5th string, index on the 4th, middle on the 3rd, and ring finger on the 2nd string. And then we have prepared position number 3, where the thumb is on the 6th string, I on the 5th, M on the 4th, and A on the 3rd string. These are the basic 3 positions where the right hand doesn't have to skip any strings. If the hands have to skip any strings, then they're called open positions, but we can discuss those later. In reality, the real importance of prepared positions is to teach the hand the muscle memory of finding the strings. So when we are actually thinking that this is my first prepared position, I more or less develop the ability to know where each of the strings are, and this is going to drastically increase my accuracy. Following the same line of thought, I would like us to talk briefly about preparation and planting. So a big aspect of accuracy for the right hand is the ability to touch the string before you pluck it. So basically I'm touching the string and then I pluck. The act of touching the string drastically increases your accuracy, because once your finger is on the string, there's basically almost zero chance that you can miss that string. And the fact that you're on the string before you pluck it, that is going to allow you to control your volume, control your articulation, and the type of sound you want to create. My professor for my master's degree, Dr. Andrew Zone, liked to make a comparison to a tennis player who has the ability to grab the ball right before he throws it. And of course this would be cheating, but imagine that you're playing tennis and then the ball sticks to your racket. Imagine how much control you will have with that racket, and how much easier it will be for you to trick your opponents. So having the ability to be in contact with the string is going to drastically improve our accuracy for the right hand, and our sound as well, dynamics and articulation. In the same way, I also recommend planting the thumb to provide our hand with stability. Of course, this is only possible when the thumb is not playing, but whenever possible, if we anchor or plant our thumb, is going to provide our hand and arm with stability, which is going to allow us to play with more accuracy, because we are able to tell the distance a little bit better. And of course, the hand feels more stable, so the movement of the fingers feels a lot easier. And at the same time, because the thumb is planted on one of the bases, it is also prepared because you're able to play at any given moment. Later on, I'm going to talk about more specifically in another video about the benefits of planting and preparation, which they are sometimes the same but not always the same, and how sometimes you can plant different fingers as well. Then the last aspect I want us to talk about for the right hand is how to actually pluck. So we are, as human beings, we are apprehensive creatures, and we like to grab everything. So the first things that you're going to notice a baby do is grab, grab, grab. And that movement is that of making a fist. When you make a fist, you're actually flexing all the joints of the hand. You're flexing the knuckles, the middle, and the tip joint. And this is the most efficient and ergonomic way to exert force for the right hand. So when we pluck, I would like us to think about the making of a fist. And at first, I recommend making a fist completely. Because by making a fist, you're actually gaining 3 benefits. Number 1, because you're flexing, you're gaining a little bit of strength. Number 2, you're teaching the fingers to move in the correct way. And then number 3, the movement of making a fist allows you to get rid of tension. So this is essential in the beginning, so that you learn how to play in a very relaxed way. Later on, as you get more advanced, then you can start incorporating independence in the fingers, where actually you move one finger at a time. But for the beginning, I highly recommend that you train that relaxation so it feels natural to you. It is also important to remember that only in the beginning we make a fist, a complete fist, but then later on we're gonna make a small fist. So if the fist is 100% of the movement, eventually we're just gonna move like 10 or 15% of that, and then it's gonna feel much better. So that was a basic introduction to the technique of the right hand. Later on, I'm going to make videos about specific topics such as preparation, such as string crossing, and so on. But then this is just the basic introduction, so that you have an idea what to look out for when you are trying to create a healthy right hand technique. So again, my name is Carlos Bedoya. Please let me know in the comment section if you have any topics I would like to talk about, and follow my social media if you're inclined to, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.